Halo, halo.
Match found.
那个别弄于无理。
Death match. Warm up.
Snack time! Sorry. Only brought enough for me.
Fight.
One down.
Dominating.
Enemy killed. Three. Four. take it. I'll take it.
अभी इन गेम क्या ये क्या हो गया अभी पता नहीं ब्रो मेरा ये वेल क्या इश्यू है इसको
Match found. Deathmatch. Warm up.
Let's make a plan, then execute.
Fight.
Kill all your opponents.
पैकेट लॉस अबे अरे मेरा भाई हेडशॉट क्यों नहीं लग रहा है और इतना आवाज ज्यादा क्यों है इसमें भी पैकेट लॉस क्यों आ रहा है
Three kills. Obstacle removed. Got him. Kill confirmed. Cancelled. Tango down.
अरे अरे कैसे बच गए
Last guy down.
अबे ज्यादा करते तो आवाज ज्यादा आ रहा है, नहीं तो कम आ रहा है। क्या मजाक हो रहा है। सब वेट कर रहे थे।
Do not resist. Hostile KIA.
Ten kills remaining.
Bad guy down.
Five kills remaining.
अरे
Three kills.
Dominating.
4 kills.
One kill remaining.
3 kills. Game over.
फिर अटकी।
സ്മാരപ്പുറത്താണ് ഈ വിഷയത്തിൽ ഇതിന്റെ ഒരുപാട് വാർത്തകളുണ്ട്.
Match found.
ഓ ഭയങ്കര ഇറിറ്റേഷൻ ആണല്ലോ ഇവന്മാരുടെ. Okay.
Let's go. I know your tricks, Wind Girl. You're not faster than me.
A good computer is the quickest way to
Carry.
ये स्मोक करो
No, no.
वो मैं कर दिया
Mid, mid.
स्पीड में और पीछे चल जा
Push,
हेवन
push.
आ रहा है सिटी आ रहा है सिटी आ रहा है सिटी आ रहा है
Spike planted.
एक राफ्टर है राफ्टर ऊपर
Last player standing.
Stay down.
कितना मारू उसको? 110 मार.
If they try something, I'll see it.
110 मारे मैं तो।
Mid. छोड़ दे आने दे। भी जा रहे
Here.
जा रहे हैं।
मल्टीपल लेवल।
Remaining.
साइड
आजा
प्लांटिंग
Spike is here.
नाइस डैश ब्रो।
Spike spotted B.
Now we keep them down.
मिड ट्रैप थोड़ा मिड दे।
Down A.
सही है हैव स्पेयर।
Satchel out.
पीछे गया एक
One
लोग तेरे पास,
enemy remaining.
Grounded.
लोग के पास है।
Hey, that was cool.
No mercy for the creature killer.
बी में
केविन साउंड है ना?
बी में और प्लेयर है बी।
स्मोक कर दूंगा मैं।
पीछे गया, दो जन पीछे गया।
मिड आ रहे हैं शायद।
मिड
Right there. Enemies. Right there. Enemy spotted. Mid. I shot her.
89 दो है मिड।
They found my wire.
अरे हद दिस। एक
Last player standing.
65 एक मिड है यार, ये दोनों जने तेरे। कमन 65 हील हो जाएगा।
30 seconds left. Spike planted.
मुगन डिफ
Enemy
They're
remaining.
down.
एंटी
और एंटी।
Listen up, you muckers. If I don't get back up,
Can someone buy me, please?
I might not be dead.
Smoke. Multiple 2 year.
Spike down A.
अरे
Last
खैर बेच चलते रहो आपने कर मेरा ओप काम नहीं कर रहा है कैसे मेरा ओप नहीं लग रहा है यार थट
Need a drop.
टॉप निकलो
Thanks.
Carry.
ये मैं स्मोक कर रहा हूँ।
पहले पिक का जरूरत ही नहीं है
क्या कूद कूद मार।
Mid trap. Heaven multi.
रोक जाओ तेरा मैं।
Last player standing. Spike planted.
Enemy kill.
एक राफ्टर एक साइड
I hate to say it, but probably best to play as a team. So, what's the plan?
माने
तो ये तो रेस्ट कर सकता है किधर मारा
Gun here.
पिक पिक पिक
Down A.
राफ्टर रेस्ट करेगा देख इधर
Enemy remaining.
नाइस
Spike spotted. A. Paint. Check. Charges. Check.
I need this.
Get can you buy?
या
Thanks. Come on, let's go.
मिड बी
One enemy remaining.
Alright, lucky socks. Don't fail me now.
देखो मैम वेंट्स कर
Get out of my way!
Right there.
अरे यार 2 बी में पुश करी हूँ रीना और डेडलॉक भी थे साइड रेस कर सकता है वो किधर भी
One enemy remaining.
अंडर
अंडर है
रोप आ सकता है नहीं अंदर रेस फ्लैंक है
सिटी स्मोक कर दिया हूँ जस्ट इन केस
शायद एक
हेवन गया आई मीन सिटी से
30 seconds left. Ten seconds left. Enemy spotted A. Spike planted.
Wait. I take.
Yous don't get a reset button. So stay alive, please. Can I get a drop? Thanks. Can I get a drop? Thanks. Grenade!
कोई नहीं नो ये इतना आगे क्यों गया है वैसे मेरा कवर नहीं देखे
Spike planted.
One side 2 side no the last 2 side Clove go first आगे क्यों गया हम समझ में नहीं आया
Deep breaths and all that.
Yeah.
One enemy remaining.
Right here.
round in the half.
Spend those threads before we lose. Can I get a drop? Thanks.
Pushing me. I'm playing the tech.
Like I never left.
One here.
Spike planted. Enemy remaining.
Close left.
Player standing.
One to
80.
Side.
no, I think even city.
क्या टाइम
Switching sides.
78 grenades left. Hopefully that's enough. Let's go. Smoke. Blocking sight.
70 स्मोक चल प्लीज
Last player standing.
In smoke.
मेरे स्मोक चला गया ना
No one beats my firepower. I got it.
कैसा वाल बना रहे पे क्या चूतिया वाल डाले भाई, अटक गया पूरा का पूरा। Play slow.
देखो ले देखो लेफ्ट रहना है
Last player standing. Spike down mid.
They're going to scatter from my stuff. Super easy to pick off.
भी चल सकते हैं बस सेज मिड पे बॉल सफर ए पे डेडलॉक के ट्रिप्स को वॉक करके जा सकते
हाँ
क्लियर कर बाद में तोड़ देना मार करके मैं जो मिड वॉल तोड़ते हैं मेरे साथ कोई नहीं
फ्लैंक नहीं आ रहा ना वो। आया इधर है ये।
One of my cameras is broken. Oh,
Can I get a drop? Thanks. Get on here. Get it.
Right.
Buckle up. Reloading. Got it.
एक यहाँ पे देखो राफ्टर एमएम पुश करेगा देखो।
There. There.
यार उधर ब्लाइंड देखे कर रहा है।
Reloading. Enemy spotted.
One enemy remaining. Last
Heaven.
player standing.
अरे 1 सेकंड में सो स्प्लिट खेलते हैं
I'm
easy है।
amped. Let's go. I got things to do.
dream big, make it happen.
दो जन पे डेडलॉक एंड जेट।
हाँ डेडलॉक एंड जेट डेडलॉक एंड जेट चूतिया पर चल रहे थे।
तीन है यहाँ पे। इधर क्यों रोटेट किया?
चलो
One hiding.
चलो
एक
चलो
ही साइड पे एक ही है। हेवन स्मोक दे रहा हूँ, फाइट करो इसको।
यार 140 फक। इधर आया है दो है बस ओमन एंड एक्सेज। रेज हेमन रेज करेगा।
Kill my ally.
ओमन एटेड है। तीनों रैम।
तीनों हेवन है।
Please.
दो हेवन एक में।
Player standing. One enemy remaining.
नाइस वन।
We know more than we did before. Let's use that.
Keep up.
स्प्लिट ही करो।
Ult's ready.
120 है।
ए पुश आ सकता।
Stay down.
One enemy remaining.
No one to interrogate. Gun here. Reloading.
just let them try to catch me.
ए फेक करके दिया आ जाओ.
क्या
ए फेक कर दो साउंड और एक स्मोक देना और फिर बी रोटेट कर लेना. मिड वॉल नहीं तोड़ रहा हूँ ये बार.
होल्ड करते हैं फिर.
मैं ये सिटी स्मोक दूंगा, फाइट करते हैं थोड़ा.
हाँ मारना मत.
ठीक हो गया.
होल्ड करो ये वॉल टूटने दो. एडीज क्या हुआ यहाँ पे.
I can smoke heaven for you guys.
Drop in a smoke. Here.
2 जन है बी पे.
रुक जा वॉल तोड़ने दो, वॉल तोड़ दो.
अपने भी है left में.
दो 80 और एक
अरे करे सो रेड. अरे आगे जाके मारो.
ओमेन 80 है
30
इजी.
seconds left.
एक हेवन एक सिटी. जेट हेवन.
Enemy remaining.
-80.
Found my wire.
प्लान.
Planted the spike. Here.
सिटी.
Trigger. My ultimate is ready. Gun here. They're usually distracted once I don't make sure to take advantage.
Can I get a drop? Thanks. Can I get a drop? No, thanks.
देखो फुल शील्ड है.
Let's make some chaos.
Right there. Right there.
ए पे क्या सीन?
पता नहीं साइड का. हंट कर रहा हूँ.
तो मिड था. अल्ट मार दो. हेवन.
तो नाइस वन सेवन.
One enemy remaining.
हेवन लास्ट हेवन.
हेवन लास्ट.
ओमेन है सिटी है.
सिटी.
ऐसे तेरा ले ले. मार लो क्या हूँ मैं. लो है. अरे उसके पैर पे 3 गोली मारा है.
Wouldn't I decide to be an immortal? I can't play dead.
ए डेडलॉक बी खेल रहा है. जा ये डब्ल्यू करते हैं.
कभी खेल रहा हो ये.
अभी ये खेल सकता है. पता नहीं.
Right there.
Right here.
I was. Keep your guard up.
साइड चलेगा. मैं पूरा रैम्स देखता हूँ. अरे इसके साथ जाओ.
अरे 147 क्या डैमेज है.
Down A.
R40 हेवन पिक करेगा.
You will not kill my ally.
Thanks, Wings.
My territory, my rules.
अबे मैं
स्लो खेलते हैं, you know.
आ जाना सब.
मिड पे उनका यूटिल वेस्ट करते हैं.
Right, muckers. Off we go.
nice.
My camera is destroyed.
2 mid.
No peeking.
अरे यार पेट्रा.
3 mid. 1 near.
I have retrieved.
यार
हेवन नहीं है.
एक भी नहीं जा रहा है.
Oh, surrounded by minha família. We won't lose.
गेको अल्ट है, क्या करना है बताओ.
एंट्री दे दो, सेकंड दे रहे तुम लोग. अपन रेस को और दिला के वो भी हो सकता है.
मैं आउट के अल्ट मारता हूं.
हाँ. रुक जा, मैं ये वाला स्मोक कर रहा हूँ या फिर साउंड करूँ ऑटोमेटिक स्मोक.
Make 'em dance.
हेवन अल्ट करना, हेवन अल्ट. पूरा अल्ट.
Oh, yeah, bro.
Wingman's down. Spike down.
कूदा
A.
कूदा. अरे.
One enemy remaining.
सिटी है.
Last player standing.
65.
लो
अबे यार हर बार मर.
लो था वो.
Match point. Get back to chilling.
भाई उनका बॉटम ब्रेकर निकाल दे रहा हूँ.
Roll for the next. Get out of my way.
Gun here.
Enemy remaining.
आफ्टर ऊपर.
ऐसे.
Switching sides. Overtime.
Side of this game. Immortality doesn't have it. Can I get a Here.
अरे हेवन से हेल्प कर देना उसको.
मोटो का
planted.
Reloading.
Hold.
12 सेकंड में स्मोक। रुक जा 5 सेकंड में।
Someone is A.
नाइस।
Nice hold.
Reloading.
नाइस वन जेट।
Switching sides. Match point.
Where will they go?
Kuch plan.
जेट वैंडल स्किन पे रखना।
Need a drop. Thanks.
रुक जा होल्ड करो।
Full sound cut. कंट्रोल लेके ए कंट्रोल कर और एक रैम्स होल्ड कर बस। चलेगा अभी तो मैं देखता हूँ रैम्स। हो गया।
Exit.
Well played.
One enemy remaining.
लॉल।
वेंस आ सकता है वेंस
मेरे को मारने दो.
ये खेलता ना वो।
रिफ्रेशिंग।
Attackers win.
हाँ संडन 3 का बंदा कहाँ डायमंड में अटका पड़ा है। थट थट साला।
Match found.
time in the world.
Think you can keep up? Who am I kidding? You know you can't keep up.
Reloading. Reloading.
Reyna from it. Reyna from.
Two Ren.
Ding. Islam.
One enemy remaining.
Just be friends.
I reckon I'll take a kip after this. I've earned it.
Let's see how it goes.
Rocking smokes.
Reloading.
Here.
Ren.
Thanks, Wings.
One enemy remaining.
Right here.
Flawless.
Were they born yesterday or something? Get go. I'll protect wingmen with my life. No one will harm our little hero. Let's go. Here. Here.
To mid. Killjoy and Breach.
Right here. Dropping smoke.
Go get him, buddy. Enemy
Remaining. 30
Refreshing.
seconds left.
planted.
'Have one of these. No peeking.
Call out sick next time, yeah? Reloading.
Love it when they make it easy for us.
They're in our sights.
Going B.
Breach A, breach A.
Smoking it.
Wingman planted. All you, Mosh.
Enemy kill. My ult.
Last the mid. 1 mid, 1 mid.
One more. Help him, Cypher. Pushing him.
Injured dog bite hard. Be careful.
I'm here to stay.
Go A, go A. Killjoy, kill.
Oh my god. One here, one mid. I can smoke. I can fake smoke.
Wingman's gonna plant spike.
2A, 2A.
There's my buddy. You did good.
Player
Both. Both there.
Mosh pit. Run, little man. Shot my wingman.
Kaget bro, tanggungnya.
I'm ready.
Dropping a smoke. Reloading.
Breach heaven.
No peeking.
One more heaven.
Two heaven.
One city.
You should run. Last player standing.
Breathe, then commit. Enemy spotted. Enemy spotted me.
Wait. Go A.
You had your fun. My turn.
Let him die.
Enemy remaining.
Down. Right here. We got this.
Now, where to set up shop? Destabilize.
Dropping smoke.
One heaven.
One enemy remaining.
You know, I could just outlive them.
Nah,
Here.
bullets are quicker.
I'm smoking instant, okay? Go. Smoking.
Dropping smokes.
City, Central City.
What? Shotgun ram.
Last
happen, man.
Aye, where to?
One here, one here.
Kaje.
Dropping smoke.
Almost 70.
8 key Rena. Heaven.
One enemy remaining.
Heaven, 7.
I got the spike.
Plant it, plant it. Three can Samsung.
Did anyone bring us back? Y'all need a gun? I'll spot you. Time's up. Let's go.
Go, Julia.
Get out of my way! Dropping smokes.
It's all you, Mosh.
One.
On screen.
One enemy remaining.
Screen last.
Spike sticky. Thanks, little man.
Long.
We're still breathing. Cool. Very cool.
Last round before the switch.
We lose everything after this. Send it.
They will stack it, I think.
I have extra money if anyone needs.
Let's go B. Fast.
Y'all need a gun? I'll spot you. Reloading.
Enemy spotted.
120. Get low.
Spike down B. One enemy remaining.
I saw from A.
Dropping smokes.
Already close.
Planted. My ult's ready.
Heaven.
You should run. Switching sides.
Pero like, why can't we just hug it out?
There is no.
I love this part. Drop in a smoke. Multiple enemies. No peeking.
Smoke there, smoke there.
Enemies are mid.
Chill, chill.
Enemy mid. My camera is destroyed.
Reyna, terse.
Stand aside. Be careful now.
Two more.
Spike planted.
105 Jet.
Enemy remaining.
My bad.
Race into the spike sites. Guess they're fond of losing. Drop in a
Nothing, me, nothing.
Yeah.
A.
One enemy remaining.
Ram.
That's true.
Good advice.
drop in a smoke. Right here. No peeking.
One mid, 2 mid.
Drop in a smoke.
One A, one B.
On ramp.
Reyna going back.
2 mid.
Oh, two B main. Going mid.
Go B main.
30 seconds left.
T break.
Enemy remaining.
What do we learn by fighting our back?
Can I get this rep?
Thinking out loud.
Gun here.
Buy gun, buy gun. You got money.
No peeking.
Should I smoke it?
B.
Enemy mid. Our wingman's down.
That's okay. Refreshing. Dropping a smoke.
One enemy remaining. Match point.
It's been grand, but I've got places to avoid and people to ignore, so let's finish this thing.
Should I smoke the cross here? Jet, you need it?
Stay safe.
Get out of my way!
B step. Me.
No peeking.
Oh, one nine. Take my gun, you took my gun.
Fucking sight.
One side.
Last player standing.
My bad.
My ult is ready.
Chill. We'll go again. Damn, you low key.
कैसे वो मिस हुआ है भाई?
No peeking.
Opening B mid.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
Oh, this reminds me of this one time where I
फालतू का ईगो पीक दे रहा है ब्रो, फालतू का ईगो पीक दे रहा है. Can you play A, man?
right here. Drop in a smoke.
Yeah, I think I.
Me.
You had your fun. My turn.
Last player standing.
Saving it.
Spike planted.
again.
Yeah.
Okay, we know the drill. Stick to your rolls and we'll crush it.
I'm playing mid. One play.
Shot in a storm.
Good.
Coming in.
You should run.
Bro, 1 heaven, what the fuck?
Spike planted.
One opening.
Stabilizing.
One enemy remaining.
Last opening. I don't know. I can smoke it. Heaven. Take it.
Last player standing.
Stick it.
Defenders win.
Never come back. I will take you apart.
अरे मैच चल रहा है ना पेपर एक्स का रुक जाओ गरम लग रहा है इतना ज्यादा
Mateo Vice, things aren't working well for them. They swap it over for the comp against T1. Write that one off in the 13-3 loss, but then you come back to the Boom game and they're looking a little bit more coordinated, right? We've got the answer to Gorski's question earlier.
Yeah, not too aggressive though currently, right? Really different. Yeah, not too aggressive though currently, right? Really different scorelines from that previous game. Right now, just watching for info lines around A main. However, Paper X into tree, you already have a good progression smoke to try to deal with the shear.
See if the lockdown has to be respected here because there's no orbital strike from Jemkin that we were talking about a little bit earlier.
That's right.
Good
no
timing on the
chance.
Thorns too.
And that's going to be now Forsaken popping off over from drop, but the headshot angle, it favors Cushy instead. Just a bit of pressure though, and still enough information for RQ to solve the problems around the B site.
Something 6 HP. Keep an eye on that one.
Oh, and at the same time, you got Monyet now trying to head over to north side through the ropes. Maybe a bit more presence, might be able to catch a player off guard or two.
This is going to be super slow from Monyet though.
He's going to have to take his time. His team needs to push up a little bit more, buy more attention away, and they're doing just that. Monyet then pops off, finds another shot. Jemkin takes down another player, and all of a sudden, it's just Jing inside of tower. Can he clutch this up? It's a 1v3. He dives straight into it, but the forces prove too overwhelming.
Yeah, respect's given to the lockdown in the beginning, but when you start to get in, kills start to be collected from RRQ. Quite patient on the retake as well. It's good to see that they are on the board on the back of a timeout coming through too, right? So we'll have to see if they're going to be able to find their footing here. Already some adjustments though from RRQ, holding onto a little bit of this early utility, having a really late flank where you've still got a good amount of bodies on the site, looking to get the crossfires as well.
Alright guys, let's go.
You kind of reckon it works out well. You know, taking a slower approach, saving the utility, letting that lockdown just burn through.
And in this sort of scenario too, you can rely on these ultimates on this defensive side. When you consider a map like Fracture, you generally want to take some space somewhere around one of the four corners of the map. I say generally, this time RRQ being quite patient instead of going with numbers towards main, for example. They're waiting to see if Paper Rex are going to be exploding onto the site somewhere.
Oh, yes.
You would generally see, you know, Breach Rolling Thunder going in, Jing on the showstopper if you want to get real excited, right?
Just let Paper Rex burn those ults first and come in with something a little bit more.
And now they note that the Vice Shear is towards drop as well. So bait that out and try to trap him in. This is actually a stellar read from Paper Rex, recognizing that the Armageddon is in effect. As soon as they see the the fault line, they know that that ult's coming.
And that's now been completely baited out.
Yeah.
The only other tools you might have left would be the Orbital Strike and maybe the Rolling Thunder from Crazy Guy.
And the initiative right now from RRQ, realizing that they have to get a little bit of information around the map, right? They're going together as a team in towards main. There's the showstopper that I talk about. They're going to see that no one's home. They can set up for the post plant, and they still have a bunch of utility to play for at the post.
Which would mean that Paper Rex does need to find a little bit more, an extra kill or two before the retake begins. Jing, that's why he's holding up into this position. The paint shells as well, just to buy a bit more time and space. RQ, though, will be having to push out. Flushed out of position, that said. And it's going to hurt them somewhat. The firefight going through. Monyet finding a frag with the op, but at this range, it just does not favor him. Forsaken slithers through.
Another 4K for him on for the ace at the moment, but I don't think Jemkin wants to give him an opportunity for this one here. It's just confidence at the moment for Forsaken, isn't it?
And he's just feeling it all the way through.
Oh, the stun faded.
Ever since round 2. He was looking for it at the end, but, you know, Jemkin's still able to hold his ground.
Yeah, he should be surviving for the tail end of this round as well. That is a really great information play to come out from Paper Rex. We already highlighted the utility early on in the round that they get through, and then taking the further space in towards main as well. If they played patient, if they played on the side itself and gave RRQ an opportunity to go in for a proper retake, might have been a little bit different when you consider the Orbital Strike is in play too, so they had to get a little bit hungry to go elsewhere to find the information. And this time another similar scenario for RRQ where they're just a hero rifle in towards the rounds. You may see Monyet on the overdrive if he can get set up nicely.
I reckon overdrive coupled with Steel Garden could be catastrophic.
Potentially. Kind of feels like the onus is on RRQ though to have a individual moment, right, to propel the team a little bit more forward. Time and time again, we have seen some teams really turn on that switch after you get one crazy round come through.
You really need a catalyst of a round for RRQ. Things have not been going their way, and right now Forsaken just toying with them around the B site.
Yeah, he's checking all the spots that the shear could be with these little jump spots right now. Specifically that one towards main, baiting out a couple of shots as well. But with that not being seen just yet, the team at the minute mark will just come out with an idea to go together. It's currently only Cushy at this A site where the rotations do start to come from RRQ.
Which wouldn't be a bad thing. However, still not enough space, not enough defenses being held up on the A site itself. You got the fast lane going through. Jin already diving up towards the top of heaven. And it's some kills being exchanged.
Oh, he's trying to read it though.
Oh my god, what is that wild spray?
Just get a loose bullet towards the head of Monyet. 30 seconds to go though.
Oh, and the spike getting planted soon enough.
Oh,
Rolling Thunder ripped off, Orbital Strike as well, and that burns against Petman. Angle still being held though. Fast lane's up. It kind of keeps him out of dodge for it now until the kills continue to domino through. Forsaken once again, the triple in the round.
Things get a little bit spicy at the end there as well for Paper Rex. 20 seconds to go. The spike plant is denied. You get a little bit worried that RRQ might be able to steal a round away, but they do weather it in the end. Overlooking an angle, some crossfire sprays coming on out from the bottom of drop from Forsaken. Again, another multi-frag round. yeah, the investment of the overdrive at the end, but you just want to make sure that you are getting the round. He'll probably have that again in a couple of rounds the way that he is going at the moment. Second timeout now invested as well. You would expect from RRQ, things are not going well on this defensive side at the moment.
This was just 3 rounds after the initial tactical timeout being called. It just makes you think that maybe something might be in the water. You know, everything that was prepped just kind of going awry.
Well, that's it, isn't it, right? You think about this best of 5 veto, the Lotus respect ban, it makes sense. Haven being banned by PaperX, sorry, yeah, that also makes sense. They've been permaing that for quite a little bit. So you consider what map do they think that they can trip up PaperX on, right? What have they been practicing in the last week, sitting back, getting ready, last night as well?
Ran a similar comp to T1.
Yeah, for sure, to see what weaknesses PaperX would have. And so far, any anti-stratting on this defensive side with the A-main skirmishes is not worked out.
Yeah, and then this is also just because PaperX has kind of returned to that top form. They're still going in with that momentum. Forsaken was citing, you know, assistance from Mini, some slight like sort of assistant coaching going on, and performance coaches as well, giving them such a psychological boost.
This is the right read though from RRQ.
Okay.
Towards Arcade, silence behind the sky smoke.
PaperX though, not backing down from it. A couple of shots going through, and they've spotted out Jemkin up by the top.
Oh, the stuns, man. Look at this.
Oh, and he uses that to slide through. Forsaken has slipped underneath tunnel to try to draw that attention away. Comes back through with Jing as on some assistance, but then the kills. Monyet and Cushy able to fire back until the exchange comes through.
Yeah, the battle is essentially won by PaperX over at Arcade. Now you can settle down for a little bit, see what Devi might be able to scope in towards the site. Go and meet with your boys as well. Forsaken and something with one Sky Smoke, a fast lane available. But time starts to dwindle a little bit. What could xFaroe potentially do on the rotate? They start to pivot towards this A side as well, which by the radar is going to be the wrong call. So it's going to potentially be just the retake scenario here, or might even have to consider the save for RRQ.
You really might. I mean, Forsaken just gave RRQ a rabbit to chase, and they did. And when they went in for it, they found a trap.
Nano's now on the spike. You've got an incendiary. Devi can just post up with that operator as well. There's no smokes for RRQ to come in with a retake here. You've got to consider the investment of the ult as well, but they're already starting to rotate back. It seems like the call to the save is there. So this is going to be a non-conversion after the timeout.
Precisely. I mean, even if you tried to go for it, just every angle would leave you so exposed. Steel Garden would only buy you so much space.
Yeah, it feels like for RRQ, that ability is going to have to be something used in the next round, perhaps with 2 guns being salvaged over. Monyet with the overdrive. If you can cut PaperX's guns in half, may very well be able to have a round. Just really liking the adjustments of PaperX at the moment and how they're navigating the duels, the stuns, how they're navigating the mid-rounding as well when they do go a little bit more quiet.
How they were so incredibly aware. I mean, look at this little angle as well. Just spotted out Jemkin by the top of his beret. And then this. The push down into tunnel.
Just good confidence at the moment for PaperX, right? Forsaken having an absolute belter. 16 kills in there. You almost forget that Patman's on 0 still. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I mean, the guy has been putting up the clutch statistics.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of like what Pilsky was talking about, but still. Next round shores up, and that's going to be PaperX once again back in towards bench.
Well, here we go, in towards the B side at the moment. Try and see what you can get in. Looking the angles. Jemkin, while stunned, finds Forsaken. That's the shutdown that you needed to see from RRQ.
Unbelievable. And with that, the engine is completely halted around the back of Arcade. No real entry from that point forward because Jemkin has placed down the smokes, and then Devi, to get some good awareness going on, checks out his 6.
Got to start to shovel some coal back in towards the scene train here for PaperX.
I need quite a bit more, though. Could go for a possible rotation off to the A site, but with that flash over, it kind of stops things once again.
And Cushy pushing through main as well, seeing nobody home in the right spot for the flank. Now the 3 versus 1, and you'd play this together if you are RRQ. You don't give Patman an opportunity to find so many 1v1s, though the navigation that he's going at the moment. Right. Might find the right route on a crazy guy.
Spike not yet planted. Crazy guy beginning to think. He turns back around and he finds Petman. Headshot to his face.
Salvo is available for Kushi.
Might be able to
Flush him out.
afford some positioning. But Patman has a full kit of utility as well, barring one flash. Goes in for the fault line and kind of isolates the duel until Jemkin swings out from the wayside.
Yeah, nice try there. You know where Kushi's coming from the direction of the salvos, but you gotta have an idea that Jemkin may very well be with him. Just can't get the second one, but importantly, the fact that Jemkin immediately swings for the trade, it's what you need in that scenario. That's what I'm talking about. Don't give opportunities for the 1v1s because it makes it look very doable. This time though, Forsaken, I mean, not checking the corners, kind of understand that, getting in towards the site. You haven't seen too much standing ground there from RRQ so far.
There's a lot of trust in the stuns, but sometimes, you've said it lots of times before, Komodo.
My favorite thing, man. Stuns in this game are cosmetic. New round, fresh round though. See if RRQ can start to get a couple more on the board on this defensive side as well.
Oh, but we do have a huge dive out from Monyet. Just fully met face front by Defy.
Good flash actually in return from Paper Rex, just allowing them to escape from the aftershock, and they can reset here, right? 5 versus 4 advantage. You've removed Monyet. You've also got something, just making sure that nothing goes afoot over towards A main. So just call a mid-round here for the team. You know that RRQ are going to have to go looking somewhere. You've conceded all of the top north side of the map control. Expect that they might have a bit of a how do you do over there, but more importantly, just go together as a team.
But that's why
drop your sky smokes and execute into the site.
You would have decent positioning out from RRQ now, trying to hold up towards drop. They've kind of elected to go possibly through south side instead. More angles would favor them in the retake.
Yeah, Forsaken getting in front of the Thorns too, so he can scope out the site. Meanwhile, Paper Rex going to be held at bay for a little bit of time before getting into the site for the plant, wherever they want.
Yeah, Sphero trying to get lucky with the spams, but unfortunately not able to fish up anything.
Spike planted.
Spike down. You got smokes up towards the side as well, just to attempt at keeping Paper Rex pinned down.
Got to see a fault line salvos combo if Kushi survived, but he's down.
Yeah, out from the flank, and that's exactly what Paper Rex are so good at right now, being very fully aware of every possible entrance coming over.
They've called the save again. They just do not have the resources to go in for the retake at the moment. This is looking pretty grim for RRQ, essentially on the back of Monyet falling, right? You've got a 5 versus 4 where you've conceded control of the A site in its entirety, looking north side. And Paper Rex just get into the site, get the plant down. Very minimal utility from there on out to kind of just stave off any retake from RRQ.
You really feel for RRQ in this moment as well.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, no resources, no time, no numbers, no reads.
There's no confidence, it feels like, at the moment of them as well, right? The reads that they're trying to get, they're getting shut down. They're losing a number, a body or two here and there on those early engagements. They're not winning just the scrap battles at the very beginning either.
And thinking down to the fact that this is the lower final as well. I mean, Paper Rex has always been standing at the top of Southeast Asia. RRQ finally make it to an international, but still, they have got a lot more to prove.
And shaken up by Gen G yesterday, right? The performance of them leaves to be desired. This is some A main control, though, that RRQ are going to find, and if Paper Rex wants it back, they'd have to invest a couple of resources to get in here.
Paper Rex switching up the pace as well.
Tight angle. Will Devi expect Kushi to be here? Just seeing if the jacket would poke out.
Oh, wait.
But now Monyet is going to be stuck. He's got a stinger. He can slide out.
It's an angle that EDG has held before back in Bangkok, but now back into it. Enough time has passed that Forsaken begins to try to bait out the reactions, and they will go for it.
And that's just another 5 versus 4 advantage for Paper Rex, where they're just going to stampede in towards the A site you might expect. But this is a new look to Paper Rex. Once again, they're very level-headed in their comms at the moment. Patman, Jing, both one away from an ultimate 2. They can pick up the A orb that's actually already gone.
Level-headed is a great description, but that's it, Komodo. Decent reads or reactions from RQ as well. You got Crazy Guy already close towards B, and he buys time for the team with an aftershock.
They've got all of the tower control, by the way, from Xfero.
He's going to have to come up huge with the goods, though. A single kill might not be enough, but he's good for the first until
yet too.
The stampede just doesn't stop. Now it's Jemkin to try to hold down the angle. A 2v4 turned into a 2v3. Fault line coming back up.
Rolling Thunder if you need from Patman. Stuck at default.
And PaperX noting these positions, noting every resource that they have, are just comfortably sitting down in the pool while RQ attempts at making a splash.
Yeah, I mean, so far in the history of this map for PaperX, you know, getting smacked by T1, really figuring things out against Boom, and now you're feeling astronomically more confident coming in towards this installment. Map number 1, the BO5, you want to get a challenge against Gen G, you want to get a Pacific trophy on your downward spiral of 2024's performances. You know, pretty shocking start to the year as well. Definitely a change of look for PaperX in the server. Patman coming into the fold too, having his moments of brilliance to shine. This time, though, it's a slow creep up in towards the main for PaperX. Last round of the half, an ace split on the cards.
And they'll just dive straight in for it. RRQ reading the ultimates, trying to play for a retake instead. They do have some ults going on for themselves as well.
Yeah, Armageddon and Orbital Strike going to be used nice and early to keep them out of the sight. Both actually used to remove any forces. The flanks, though.
I don't know, that's a little bit too eager, Komodo. The flank does come through, but still the trade's being found by PaperX. Jing coming out on top of that one.
The trades again for PaperX, always on top of it. You'd missed that the spike was planted, and now it's Crazy Guy.
And you still got Petman with a possible Rolling Thunder if needed. Might not even be necessary at this point unless Crazy Guy can isolate the duels, but Petman just sends it through anyway. It's not gonna be found. He's stuck into a corner, and Petman snuffs out that light.
There has just been, you know, no power for RRQ at the moment. No chance to flick on that switch, is there? 10-2 at the half. That, yeah, I mean, you really can't even fault RRQ in a lot of these scenarios too, because they're going with numbers, they're going for the crossfires, they're having the standard pieces of utility to try and give themselves favor. But PaperX are just ready with great crosshair placement at the moment, great recognition of numbers, and again, they're just having the numbers a lot of these times in the duels to get these quick trades.
And the confidence to truly just blast spec themselves into sights again and again. I mean, lots of these rounds in the first half have begun with the 5v4 Komodo.
Yeah.
And it's tough luck for RRQ. Patman as well, I mean, finding the clutches, finding the right moments to send off that ult. This guy, you know, he's talked about facing a bit of imposter syndrome like the desk interview went through with, but at the same time, he's kind of found that confidence back in with a previous quote from before. He's playing with the best right now. He's definitely standing tall as one of the best.
I mean, if you want to think about this question at the moment, the prediction for today, the way that this map is going, a lot of people might be considering the 3-0, the way that the percentages were going for the community as well. Everybody on the train hype at the moment. A lot of us here on the PaperX train as well, except one bearded man.
Gloriously bearded man. You can definitely, you know, bet that there are so many PaperX fans always, any single time, but at the same time, you've got to be honest, this current scoreline 10-2, it's just not a great look for RRQ.
The thing is, though, it's a best of 5, right? So if you have a bad map, you still have a good length of recovery as well. You can technically write off one map here or there in this sort of scenario and come for a reverse comeback, right? We've seen it throughout Pacific time and time again.
And that's exactly what we were hoping for. Monyet having pistol laced up against PaperX just a year ago.
Yeah, but immediately
start things off now, yeah.
Defy coming out with one on the attacking side.
It's a great answer back.
For sure. And what does the look like? What does it look like rather now for RRQ on the attacking side as well? Some big amounts of patience towards the south side of things. PaperX playing 1-4, more heavily defended towards the B site where RRQ are not currently going towards. A turret will spot some early information, but no real bodies here to reciprocate anything for PaperX means that it most likely will just be a full retake.
Which could be good. Defy reading the situation correctly, opts to play for an ultra safe angle.
Only go early though, that's the thing.
Oh. Well, David versus David, and the PaperX one comes out on top.
And now the flank can actually come out because Asfero's shear is null and void.
Which means RRQ has to watch out for this back position where Petman then can continue to line things up out from spawn. Forsaken with the dive through, something with the assistance. And down to it at the end, Manya trying his best to get a little bit more space, but to no avail. Forsaken reigns supreme.
Yeah, this might be the nail in the coffin on this map right now. PaperX picking up another pistol rounds. That's both of them going their way on this map. And RRQ just deficit numbers, once again pushing into the sky smoke, not expecting Divide to be here. You allow for the flank to come out. I'm seeing Crazy Guy toy with the idea of getting his salvos, you know, shot probably towards main on the spot from Jemkin, but just caught in transition, switching between the utility and the weapon.
But what about the hero Stinger play, Komodo?
I mean, it's had some really good percentages so far, but we've not really seen even the rifles connecting too much at the moment for RRQ, so we'll see. We'll see. Benefit of the doubt, they force up on the back of the plant in the last round. See if they can steal a cheeky round where, again, you've got a different look to the forces of PaperX in this round. Just slow and steady creep ups from RRQ.
Not a lot of information from PaperX until that turret goes off. Rotation's coming over.
Yeah, the Stinger as well, so you get an idea, and now cemented, I guess, that the force is possible.
And you just know that RQ are trying to go in with a lot of mobility as well. Forsaken slows that down just in the nick of time. Ghost shots instead, and he finds a wallbang through the Ghost as well.
Yeah.
Petman to finish things off with the Spectre.
Already tied him up with the Outlaw. Great little adjustment that we get to see from him. Try to wriggle the spray, get that shot out, finish him with the sidearm.
Right, you just knew that they were looking for some kind of a, you know, high gear play into the site.
Yeah, I mean, this has just been a map from Forsaken, hasn't it? He is angry today, getting involved in all of these duels. 25 kills already.
Is he angry though?
In a map of 15 rounds, Quack, going into the 15th, he's got 25 kills.
Let's go. 30 bomb all the way, Jason. I mean, he just looks so happy. That cheery, bright smile on his face from the player cam before into what could be the final round. A Stinger from Defy, shots from Jing. Forsaken again in with the Ghost. Looks for the overdrive, but the paint shells will ultimately be RRQ's doom. 13-2 as the final scoreline from the first map.
Yeah, that is absolute destruction to come out from PaperX at the moment. It feels like they've just got better and better ever since that game against DFM. They are just on track for a recovery coming in towards VCT Pacific 2025, and it doesn't look like with this form that they're going to be stopping anytime soon. Hey.
Yeah, this engine is just chugging all the way forward. The next map is going to be PaperX's map pick of Split as well. It's tough, but you need to see more from this RRQ core.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'll highlight it again, right? Best of 5, you can forget about a map and look towards Split next to hopefully come out with a better idea of it. But right now, we're just seeing confidence from PaperX, taking duels together as a team, multi-fragging up a storm. Everybody feels very aligned on PaperX on this map, right? Every read that they're having, every play that they're doing, no one's falling behind. You know, they're holding each other's hands essentially to get the trades out. It's just a kind of a masterclass play from PaperX here to counter what RRQ are trying to do when they're gathering space, when they're playing patient, when their rotations are trying to come out.
And that's when you have PaperX at their very best. Just kind of like what Alex was talking about, when everyone's holding their own leash, right? They don't need to be reined back in.
I mean, you know, we talk about friends in the server and everything at the moment right now. Beef before the game, no handshakes, no fist bumps or anything, but it's all laughs. You know, we have some fun there. And now we cast our minds towards the next map.
I don't know about that one, Chief. Sometimes it feels like you do need a bit of beef. You do need a bit of anger, and we'll see if RQ has that dog in them just as we toss it back over onto the desk.
Ooh, I definitely think RRQ has that dog in them, but it's just that you're dealing with a bunch of dinosaurs here on the side of PaperX. So, especially with, you know, this map on Fracture, I mean, they thrive in this kind of map, which is why the map veto was such a big question mark. And this is, I would say, you would kind of expect a result like this.
I mean, that dog is looking like a chihuahua. That's the only way I can describe it. I mean, it is tiny and yappy, and where is it? Because, I mean, this was absolute domination from PaperX. 13-2 with 14 of the first bloods. I mean, where do we even begin in this map? This was absolute, utter carnage for RRQ. And, I mean, I feel like for RRQ's map pick, they weren't prepared yet.
Where were they? They didn't show up to the game. it was the same thing as yesterday. Like, I backed RRQ here. I thought that they were going to be able to have some vigor coming into the game today. 4 people didn't turn up to the game. We got to shoot back, guys. Like, this is peak Paper X. Make no mistake. Like, Forsaken, outstanding game on the Neon. 450 ACS. That is ridiculous. Device aced in the pistol to start things off. Not much else was really needed. Like, this was Forsaken just running them down. And Paper X with an improved approach on Fracture, which we'll dive into a little bit more detail on a little bit later on. But, I mean, RRQ just was not present in this map of Fracture.
No, unfortunately not. And the numbers don't lie as well, right? You do have a gem cam on the MVP side of RRQ, but as we're talking about...
though.
Yeah, exactly.
There were exit kills.
Like 6
The
of those
whole
at
team
least.
got rolled, and then he was sitting outside of the site waiting for them to avoid dying to the spike. Like, there was no impact from anyone on RRQ.
Yeah.
And you contrast that with how Forsaken was playing the Neon, right? Definitely in their faces, running and gunning. It's just a specialty of Forsakens, and we don't really know what to say at this point because 13-2 on Fracture in this manner is really, really tough for the side of RRQ. But for Paper X, hey, it's just another day in the Paper X office.
Yeah, I mean, they are really going from strength to strength, and we've seen some improvements already from them. So we'll dive into the replays here. I want to cast our mind back to what we saw versus T1 on Fracture. This was round 11 on their attacking side, and this is where they had so much trouble on that attacking side, attacking into the Vice, getting disrupted. They could not get these executes off, and you'll see it here. The pacing is all off. Forsaken is ahead of the rest of the pack. People are not able to scale up effectively on the attacking side here, and it's T1 doing a really good job. They're fantastic at this map, even though they're out of the tournament now, but also Paper X not really pacing things super well and getting disrupted quite a lot by both people on the Prim, as well as you have the nice reactive utility on the Teo Breach. Stax is playing in front of these Sky Smokes, so you can see it's very hard for Paper X to get these executes off, but that was not the case today. Not only because I feel like they fine-tuned a lot of their attacking side here, Morgan, but also I feel like RRQ did not play around what they were doing very well.
Yeah, it's the polar opposite. We just saw there, this is a clear and hard read, so we see kind of the same thing we saw in that T1 game. We're looking at a heavy arcade hit, and they're doing that because they know that that Vice Wall is on A main. But just look at how they move into the site. The spacing, it's much more consistent. We saw them run this tight 4-1 the whole map, and it's just a massive improvement from when we first saw their Fracture. They look more drilled, they look more together, and their read looked very good at that game. But like you say, RRQ weren't even really there. I feel like the one thing T1 did very well is they played forward. They played in front of the smokes. They disrupted Paper X. We just saw in that round how RRQ was stacking 4 on A, and they just give up the sites for these retakes. So I want to see RRQ take the fight to them a little bit more. Don't be so afraid. That's what they need to do.
Well, that's what I was saying. It's like when you're playing into T1's defense, first, you got to deal with Buzz on the op. You got to use a lot of utility and spend a lot of time pushing him off the angle. And then it's the reactive utility. You're getting harassed as you come into the site. Either you got to trigger the Vice Wall, you got to try to navigate your way through some reactive smokes. You've got counter utility from the Teo and the Breach. I didn't really get the sense that RRQ was pushing back when Paper X was going into these sites almost ever, number one. But also number two, I feel like PRX is just in free flow right now. They are moving as a unit so well. There's no hesitation. There's no doubt at all. And when you got Forsaken being the tip of the spear, being the sharpest player in the server, and just running an absolute masterclass on the Neon, that's his signature duelist right now, there's just no stopping them, unfortunately.
Absolutely. We have so many highlights here of Forsaken that we're going to pull up right now. You look at the opposite side, right? Monyet, nowhere to be found. And you look at Forsaken, the complete opposite of what you need to be on this map.
For Monyet, like, we saw it previously as well, where he was just really sending it the last time I saw RRQ on Fracture, and it had very mixed success. And like I said before, I wanted to see him, I wanted to see a Neon on the op, but it was not really something that Monyet's had a lot of success with, and there was just no one able to stop Forsaken in the server this game.
I think there's no doubt. It's a hard diff. That's the only way we can really describe it. And I think this is one thing that I do love about Paper X is, they don't use the Neon everywhere, but on the maps it's well suited. They put Forsaken on it. They don't try and force anyone to play these kind of like duelists that they're not comfortable on, because they have 3 different experts on the 3 different duelists. So it's great when Forsaken gets a chance to really shine like this, and I felt like he was set up so well. He was traded out so well if he did ever die, and I just think he was a monster.
Those numbers are disgusting. He's killing He's killing 2 people a round worth of damage, 1.7 kills a round. He's good for 2 every round.
Every single round.
Like, I'm not sure how you're even supposed to deal with it.
You
to be
can't.
honest.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
you just lose. We just go next.
Yeah, pretty much. And you look at, you know, almost half. You have Devi up next on Paper Rex with 14 kills.
Yeah.
So that just shows you.
I feel like he won the game though when he just aced on the pistol. Like the mental
Yeah,
damage that he inflicted to RRQ with that pistol
round.
round was unrecoverable.
Yeah, it was just the blast radius of that just echoed throughout
And
the
I
entire
feel like you're getting that a lot from Paper Rex. Like you have different players that are stepping up and having these impact rounds, and they're a team that thrives off of momentum, but also RRQ, I feel like there's some degree of doubt in their camp after that Gen G game, and you saw it just continue to affect them all throughout Fracture. Like, when are these guys going to wake up?
Yeah. I have to agree with you. I feel like that they need to get their heads back in the game if they want to come back into this series. But we're moving on to Split, which is, of course, Paper Rex's pick. And we've seen some differences in these comps. Paper Rex in the past played this double duelist. We've seen Raze and Yoru come out from them. On the side of RRQ, it's that Breach Teo.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, we need to see them execute that much better than they did on Fracture. Jemkin is usually a disruptive force on the Yoru. We love his Yoru. But Split is just not a map that has really been repped by either of these teams very much at all. Over on the side of RRQ, we've seen them lose to Nongshim and beat Zeta, and that is back in the group stage. Over on the side of PRX, the only team that they played in this stage was GE, and then outside of that, the opening game of Kickoff, or very early on in Kickoff, they played T1, but that was a completely different era with different comps entirely. So I want to see why PRX picked this map. It's just not really something that you've seen them play too much. We've seen them play a lot of different styles. They've played the Yoru Raze there, so double duelist, similar to what you've seen T1 run before. We'll see if they kind of stick to that going into this.
Yeah, and I do wonder for the side of RRQ, if you have Jemkin back on the duelist, we've Jemkin on the Yoru, does that inspire a bit more confidence, right? Because of RRQ, you were looking at the players that had the most stopping power, you know, for Forsaken, and they were just nowhere to be found, right? Kushi, Monyet, even Xpharaoh, unfortunately,